Hello everyone, Cheeky here with another Transformers review, and today I'll be reviewing the Transformers Earthrise Sunstreaker, and as well as that, his brother, Sideswipe from the Studio Series Transformers Devastation. I am excited to finally have these twins. I have been wanting to have both of them for quite some time, so it is nice to finally have the two of them together. I thought I would do a 2-for-1 review this time because, well, I'll get to that in a moment, but this is the fourth time I've gotten this mold, but the first time it's been actually G1 Sideswipe, or at least close enough. I do like to sell Shady Window anyway, but regardless, this is the fourth time I've had him. I had two versions of Deep Cover, and then the G2 colored Sideswipe, and now finally G1 colors Sideswipe. So finally have him. I will say the downside of this not being Devastation, although he wasn't released in Devastation, for whatever reason, I guess either Hasbro had a bunch of backstock of Earthrise figures, and for whatever reason, or maybe even Taro just had been holding on to him for some time. But Earthrise was in stock at Target for a decent amount of time. Maybe it was a Black Friday thing. I'm not sure. All I know is that they had some Earthrise figures, mostly Sunstreaker, I think, and then the Devastation. I did not really have the Lambo twins. Never had Sunstreaker, so I was like, that was the perfect opportunity to get both of them. So now I have the Lambo twins, so I am pretty happy about that. Interestingly enough, I know it's not exactly the same Lamborghini alt mode that they turn into, but they're very, very similar. But oh, they transform so very differently, and I absolutely love that. The thing that I find upsetting about car formers is that too often they fall into the same routine where it's a very similar transformation for, even if it's a different looking vehicle, it just gets boring. But when you do something different with it, it can be quite fun, in my honest opinion. Interesting thing about this mold, it's been done so many times, and I am actually pleasantly surprised that everything is really nice and stiff on this guy. Like, nothing's really flopping around. He still has the same snap-on tires as the original one that they did, but he still seems to have a lot of pins. I think this might have been when they started doing pins again, or perhaps they added the pins later. I will have to double check with my Sideswipe. I think my GT Sideswipe probably has these pins as well. Who knows, maybe even Deep Cover does, but this is at least when they started going back to the pins. But then again, I don't remember if the door flaps right here were pinned in, because if I remember right, I could be misremembering because it's been a few years since I did the Deep Cover ones, but I think these had a problem with popping off, so it's quite possible that they added some pins to the character design, but I'm honestly not certain. Now, considering that Sunstreaker here was in the original Earthrise packaging, I doubt they redid anything. It's probably just, like I said, backstock of some kind. But he does have quite a few pins. Although, for whatever reason, this shoulder right here, which is pinned in, is unfortunately pretty loose. So I might need to put like nail polish in there, work it in, and then hopefully it'll tighten up a bit. But yeah, that's the only real gripe I have with him, is that shoulder is really loose. Other than that, he's pretty good. Like, I mean, there's a couple other things that are a little bit loose on him, but nothing too crazy. Not as bad as like Studio Series 86 Jazz. He's like, for whatever reason, I mean, I've had him for a while, but he is so loose, especially in the legs. He does come with a weapon, although it's really weird to me. Like, for vehicle mode, it looks fine, but for robot mode, it's just meh, especially when his hand doesn't really hold it very well because of the way it's just shaped. It's just like, it's kind of cockeyed, and if it sits kind of flush, it's just gonna flop off, and it's kind of hard to get it in there. So if you're gonna do anything, it's probably best just to put it on the arm like that, and then have it as an arm gun, which actually doesn't look half bad, but still, it seems a bit wide for a weapon. It'd make more sense if it was split into two sections and one for each arm, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's supposed to be closer to G1 Sunstreaker, but I honestly am not sure. But then again, yeah, it is an homage to G1's Sunstreaker, although I don't think it's a weapon he utilizes in robot mode. Because, sneak peek for a future review, don't know when I'll get this done, but Missing Link Sunstreaker, which makes me really hope that they do a Missing Link Sideswipe, because I would love to have both of these guys. And he's pretty hefty, but anyway, this is not for Missing Link Sunstreaker, this is for Kingdom! Not Kingdom, Earthrise, well, same trilogy, Earthrise Sunstreaker. And then obviously Sideswipe, but he's more of just how the deco looks different. And I guess while I have him in hand, that face looks exquisite with the gray paint, blue for the eyes. It just looks so cool. I like the head sculpt on this one. I know it's the same head sculpt as the others, but painted better probably. And then I like the white Autobot emblem. It just stands out. It really pops on his chest. And yeah, like I said, that looks really good. I do this on this one is fairly tight. It's not loose like on the G2 one where it just slides right on out. I do like how this mounts on his shoulder, and I do like this silver gun that they gave him. I mean, it's the same gun that G2 one had, but I just like the silver. It looks really nice. And then I guess if you want to, you can plug it in on there. But it doesn't look that good. It looks kind of tacky in my opinion, but it is something you can do. And of course he does suffer from the same issue that this mold has always suffered from. If you're going to have it straight on, yeah, his face is kind of obscured. But if you have him angled ever so slightly forward and then have him looking up, it doesn't look as bad. But that is one of the gripes that I have with this mold. Sunstreaker head is on a ball joint and a hinge, but for transformations, but without utilizing that, you can get about that much up and down. And also, that noggin is very well done. Silver, yellow, blue for the eyes. He looks a little more stern and serious than Sideswipe, but it can do a full 360. Gets quite a bit of wibbly wobbly. That's nice. Arms can go out that far, but then they start to kind of get close to hitting Sunstreaker in the face. Can do a full 360. Bicep, closer to elbow rotation, but it works. About 90 degree bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrist. Waist rotation, legs go forward that far. Back that far, thigh rotation. Can do the full splits. About 90 degree bend at the knee. And quite a bit of ankle tiltage right there. So yeah, robot mode is really cool. Except the downside is, like I said, floppity flippity floppity arm. Might be able to rectify that, might not, but I guess as long as I just use this arm, and this can be his, I guess, bum arm that I don't put anything in. Anyway, it's about that time. And this is where Sideswipe tends to stand out more if you're going for more tune / I guess devastation accuracy. He definitely takes the cake. And then Sunstreaker just has the standard clear plastic, but I'm sure with repro labels you could probably get something similar to that. I'm sure they have a tune accurate sticker set, although man, that would be a real pain because it would be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like 11 stickers or so just to get that to work. I guess the other issue with well, specifically with this figure, not specifically with the design. Like, the design's pretty cool, or I mean, I guess the paint job. Well, yeah, I guess it does have to do with the paint job, but or lack. Anyway, is that the color matching isn't the greatest. Like, the paint is a different shade of yellow. In person, it doesn't look as bad as this, but fortunately the camera really does show like how different it looks. Like, the paint for the yellow is more vibrant, and then the yellow plastic just looks more dull. I think what they'd be better served if they were to paint even the yellow plastic that same paint, yellow paint, so that it would just all be uniform. And if the paint scratches, well, then it has this plastic underneath. But obviously that would cost them a lot more. But I think overall, though, that he looks pretty cool, and they look really cool together. I know they don't have the proper G1 spoilers. I know that he would be easier to do because of those two 5mm holes right there, or ports. But you can store the weapon right here, which I do believe is accurate to the original toy, like sort of like on the missing link that I showed a quick sneak peek of. The downside with a side swipe, if you've seen my other reviews of this mold, is just that it just does not look good, in my opinion, at all. Especially when you put the gun on the side like this, it just that just looks so bad. Like, it would look better like this, but even then, that still just doesn't look right, at least not to me. And then I guess if you wanted to, you could put these up top like that. That looks a little better, but because it's not making the car too wide, so it's on top. But even then, it still looks a bit out of place. Whereas this weapon is more sleek, and even looks like it could stand in for like an extra booster pack for vehicle mode to make him go even faster rather than an actual weapon. Now, as far as rolling, it appears that side swipe rolls a little bit better. Sunstreaker, not so much. And I don't know if it's unique to my copy, but the heel part right here doesn't really sit flush with the top of the car. But I mean, from most angles, it's not too visible. It's just when you're looking at the side like that, it's more apparent. But hey, I'm happy to finally have these guys. I wouldn't mind getting another wheel jack that has the cell shading or something, or what's another one I need? Oh yeah, I don't have smokescreen, I don't have prowl and Outback, but I don't remember seeing them in the cartoon very much. And then Swerve. There's a few of these guys, the G1 guys, I still don't have yet, but maybe someday I'll get them. I mean, I have the main guys, but I'm still missing some of the others, but we'll see. So that's about it for Earthrise, Sunstreaker, and Devastation Sideswipe. And if you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.